they're probably like most other Americans who are living paycheck to paycheck, which is an incredible amount of stress to feel. Now, think about this. I want you to really think about this for a minute. When you're like 24 years old, you have all this energy and all this youth. When you're 24, 25 years old, you have your whole life ahead of you. When you're 24, 25, when I was 25, I used to go to the basketball court. I'd be jumping out of the gym. I had all this possibility, this imagination, and all these other things that could have literally thrived if I could have lived in a financially safe environment. But you know what I did instead? I spent most of my time working, sitting around at a desk all day, or sitting at some damn job all day, and then in between working, I was stressing. Like, part of the stress was good. I was stressing to get through grad school, but a lot of it was like I'm stressing to figure out how to pay the rent. And I just think that sitting in the middle of a bowl of stress where you're working 14 hours a day is an absolutely terrible way to spend your 20s. Because I'm going to tell you, as a 53-year-old man, I got to go to the gym every morning at 5 a.m. to keep my body together. If you stop working out, you will turn into the Goodyear blimp. You will turn into the human beatbox. You'll be the fattest son of a bitch on the planet because your body changes. You can't do what you used to do. So if I could do it over again, I would never waste my youth working all the time. But I know what it is, right? We have to do that, right? We have to do that. Well, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to do that? Well, because we lack love in our community. We lack love. We lack economic love. Because if someone economically loved you, then what they would have done is when you were a baby, they would have started thinking about when you're going to become an adult. If somebody really economically loved you, they would say, I got a newborn baby, I got a new son, I got a new daughter, I got a grandchild. I want them to be good. So I'm going to take the same amount of money that I spend at McDonald's, on Popeye's Chicken, on football camp, on iPhones, on Air Jordans or whatever, and I'm going to put that same amount into the stock market so that when that child gets to be their 20s, they can focus on living life and not focus on begging white people for jobs so they can barely pay their bills. It's a simple plan, people. It's very simple. What's hard is the implementation. In fact, let me give you some stats that you can chew on to help you understand how much money we waste. You know, we don't lack opportunity and possibility or potential or knowledge. We just lack discipline, and we lack vision. We lack foresight. That's why every morning I teach financial consciousness, because we're not conscious of the future. That's why the future always sneaks up on us, and then it becomes a freaking tragedy. It becomes a damn shit show because nobody prepared. Nobody prepared this young person for the realities of life. Listen to this. The average American spends about $1,200 to $1,400 a year on fast food. The average American spends $3,200 a year on streaming services and subscription services. Impulse purchases like clothing, gadgets, and snacks, $3,600 a year. Coffee, about $1,100 a year. Alcohol, $500 to $600 a year, unless you're an alcoholic, which means that you're going to spend $2,000 or $3,000. Dining out, going out to eat, $3,000 a year. Lottery tickets, $200 to $300 a year. Car notes and lease payments, $5,000 to $7,000 per year. A lot of people would rather have a luxury car than to invest for their family. That right there tells you a lot of what you need to know. That tells you that the instant gratification is what dominates your decision making. And if you're a person who's always living for today, then you will not be prepared for tomorrow. You're going to be prepared for today because you're living for today, but you're not going to be prepared for tomorrow. And then you're going to end up scrambling, trying to play catch up because American debt is at an all-time high. Well, why? Well, because people go into debt because they want to focus everything on today and they don't really think about tomorrow. Instant gratification. So I want you to think about this.